You remember exactly what they said. You know you do. But the moment you bring it up, they look at you like you've lost your mind. That never happened. You're remembering it wrong. You're too sensitive. You're overreacting again. At first, you argued. You knew what you heard. You knew what you saw. But over time, something started to shift. Not in them, in you. This is called gaslighting. It's not just lying. It's the slow, deliberate erosion of your ability to trust your own perception of reality. And it rarely announces itself. It slips in disguised as concern, as love, as someone just trying to help you see things clearly. Here's what makes it so effective. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small doses, over months, sometimes years, until you can't remember what it felt like to simply trust yourself without a second thought. You start replaying conversations in your head, again and again, trying to figure out if maybe, somehow, you really did misunderstand. You start apologizing before you even know what you did wrong, because it's safer to just assume you're the problem than to risk another argument you already feel like you'll lose. You start keeping notes, screenshots, text messages. Not because you're paranoid, but because some deep part of you knows you'll need proof, even to yourself, that something actually happened the way you remember it. Think about what that does to a person over time. You're not just doubting a memory, you're doubting your own mind, your own eyes, your own instincts, the exact things you're supposed to be able to rely on to keep yourself safe in the world. And the cruelest part is, the person doing this to you rarely looks like a villain. They often seem confident, charming, even convincing to everyone else around you, which makes it even harder to explain what's happening, because on paper, nothing looks wrong. You start to wonder if you're the unstable one. But here's the twist most people don't realize until much later. Gaslighting doesn't work because you're weak or naive or easily fooled. It works because you trusted them. It works because somewhere inside, you wanted to believe the version of them that wasn't hurting you, the version you fell for in the first place. That trust is exactly what got twisted into a weapon against you, turned into the very thing that kept you doubting yourself instead of them. Here's what's actually true. If you have to constantly question your own memory just to stay in a relationship, that relationship is the problem, not your mind. If a conversation ends with you feeling smaller, more confused, more unsure of yourself than before it started, that's not communication. That's erosion, happening one conversation at a time. You are allowed to trust what you saw. You are allowed to trust what you heard. You are allowed to trust the sick feeling in your stomach that told you something was wrong, long before your mind could ever explain why. Healing this starts with something small. Start writing things down, not out of paranoia, but to rebuild trust with yourself, one small proof at a time. Notice when you're about to apologize for something you didn't do. Pause before you automatically assume you're the one who's wrong. Your memory was never broken. It was working exactly like it was supposed to the whole time. Someone just spent a long time, very deliberately, convincing you otherwise. You don't have to keep doubting yourself just to keep the peace with someone else. You're allowed to trust your own mind again, even if it takes time to remember how it feels.